They were sworn to God, but died accused of heresy. This is the story of the Knights Templar, warriors of faith, wealth, and betrayal. From pilgrim roads to royal courts, their reach spanned continents. In their ascent lies a warning, and in their fall a reckoning. Enter the world of God's warriors. In 1095, Pope Urban II called Christendom to arms, promising salvation for those who took the road to Jerusalem. The First Crusade began as a pilgrimage with swords. Between holy sites and hostile frontiers, unarmed travelers became prey. Out of this peril arose a new brotherhood. Around 1119, a handful of knights swore poverty, chastity, obedience to guard pilgrims in the Holy Land. They became the poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, the Templars. Their rule, adapted by Bernard of Clairvaux, forged monks into warriors, white for purity, the crimson cross for sacrifice. Vows whispered in torchlight bound them to a life without fear or fortune. They soon fought not only beside kings, but ahead of them. Discipline, shock tactics, and a creed that forbade retreat made them feared. But their strength was more than steel. Piety and pragmatism opened another front: finance. A pilgrim could deposit silver in London, then draw it in Acre. Safety lay in ink, seals, and trust, the Templar brand. Their network spanned Europe and the Mediterranean. Warriors at dawn, monks at dusk. Piety funded power, and power attracted patrons. The temple stood at the crossroads of faith and fortune. Stone by stone, the Templars stitched a chain of fortresses across frontier lands. Castles that guarded roads, harbors, and the treasury of a new order. Logistics, provisions, garrisons, a machine for war and wealth. From Syria's coast to Iberia's edge, their banner flew. Their true fortress was financial. Deposits, transfers, letters of credit, the lifeblood of crusade and crown. Kings borrowed, princes paid. The temple kept the books. Security was ritual, secrecy, seals, and sworn brothers. Access brought influence and quiet leverage. They financed churches, farms, and trade routes that fed empires. Their image balanced humility and might. A network so broad it spanned languages, laws, and seas. All of it anchored to a rule: austerity, obedience, and readiness. They sought purity amid power, a fragile balance. To some, saints with swords. To others, a state within states. While their ledgers grew, Crusader borders shrank. Losses in the east would echo in the west. In Europe, their headquarters brimmed with deposits and with envy. Power paints a target. A cash-strapped king saw an answer and a threat. A cautious pope felt the weight of crowns and creditors. The net was set. On Friday the 13th, 1307, the Templars were rounded up, accused of witchcraft, corruption, and worship of false idols. Interrogations began with threats and ended with fire. Confessions written in fear carried the weight of law. Assets seized, houses shuttered, brothers isolated. Under pressure, Rome moved to dissolve what it had once blessed. Memory can be confiscated too. Some recanted, others refused. Their end was meant to warn the world. Ash carried whispers the flames could not consume. Trials staggered on, uneven and political. In 1312, the order was abolished, but endings in history are seldom absolute. Where certainty burns away, legend kindles. The temple fell, but its imprint lingered on stone and story. Strongholds emptied, their silence louder than banners. History wore away their edges, but not their outline. Treasures rumored, secrets whispered, societies imagined. Their name threaded into tales of grails, masons, and hidden vaults. Scholars search records, storytellers search ruins. Architecture carries echoes where voices are gone. Their rise married faith to finance, discipline to influence. Their fall shows how politics erodes institutions from within and without. What endures are the questions they leave behind. Between relic and rumor, we chart meaning. Their order was destroyed, but their legend survived. From secret societies to hidden treasures, the Templar myth never died. The truth lives where courage, faith, and power collide. Judge them by their vows and by their end. Subscribe to Total Medieval, where history comes alive.